Hi Cycle 3, today we'll be making Notan art. Notan is a Japanese word that means light-dark harmony. What that means is we'll be playing around with light elements and dark elements with our piece of artwork. Light and dark can translate into our positive space and negative space, which you've learned about with Jane. So today you'll need a white piece of paper, which will be our light space, and another colored piece of paper, which will be our dark space. Preferably something with a dark color like black, brown, but if you're like me, you don't have black paper at home, pink will be fine, yellow will be fine, as long as it's not white. You will also need a pair of scissors, glue sticks, a ruler, and a pencil and rubber. Let's get started. So the first thing you want to do is measure out a 9 centimeter by 9 centimeter square. So what I've done here is basically use my ruler. I made a mark where it's 9 centimeters, drew a line down, and on the other side I also made a mark and measured 9 centimeters and drew a line across. Okay, so this will give you your 9 by 9 centimeter square. So now you have to cut this out very carefully on the line. And there we have it. So this type of Notan art plays around with what we call the line of symmetry. What we will do now is we're going to draw some very simple shapes or drawings, making sure they're not too difficult, because in a moment, once you've done the drawings, you're going to cut them out, flip them, and stick it on top, okay? So you don't want to draw a whole thing. You want to draw half of something so that when you cut it out, it will become a complete picture. So for example, let's say I want to draw a heart. I won't draw a whole heart. I'm not going to draw it in the middle. Notice that I draw it from the edge. Okay, so I want to draw a heart. So I only have half the heart here because I will cut this shape out later. But I also want to give it some details inside, so I'm just going to draw another one right here, just like that. Okay? So let me show you what I mean by cutting it out. So I am going to cut this line out, just like that, very carefully. I'm not going to throw this away though, because like I said just now, we're going to flip it and stick it. But I've got another detail here. So what I'll do is I'll cut this out as well. So I've got these two shapes. I'm going to flip this one right here, and then I'm actually going to leave this one the same. So this creates a heart shape, and you can see that there's the dark element and the light element. Now you're going to do other drawings around the square, making sure that all your drawings start from the edge of the square so that when you cut it out, you can create the picture that you want. Okay? So go around and have fun experimenting. And if you make a mistake, don't worry about it, start again. So now I want you to make sure that you've grouped all the bits of pieces of paper that are together in the same area so you don't get mixed up. Okay, so these are separate, these two are together, this one's separate, these three are together. And the first thing you need to do is just flatten out your square, because that's the first thing that you're going to stick on. So flip it over, put some glue and glue that on. Just make sure that you're being careful, especially around areas that are rather thin, so you don't accidentally rip it apart. So like this area, this is really thin, so I'm just going to go really slow. Okay, so we put the glue on, you flip it back over, and you want to make sure it's roughly in the center. And then give it a good press. Okay, I'm not sure if you can see, but I've got some pencil marks. We're just going to leave it for now, and then erase all the pencil marks all together at the same time. Right, now we're going to start from one area and glue it one by one so we don't get mixed up. I'm going to start with this for me. So this is my cutout that was from this area. I'm going to flip it and stick it so that the lines are connecting. Okay, now back to the heart. It was originally like this. I'm going to flip it and stick it so that the lines are connecting. With this extra detail, I'm just going to leave it where it originally was. So I'm not going to flip it. I'm going to stick and connect this line so that we can see this light and dark playing. Okay, so for you, you're going to go around each, I guess, section and making sure that they're symmetrical, okay? And stick it on, just like that. So your finished Nocturne art should look something like this.